So welcome to this week's rebuild, in which we're going to the Danish League rebuilding Copenhagen. This was requested, as you saw, by Scotty Pollock, and since I hadn't been in the Danish League, I figured it's as good as any. Now, they are the most successful club in Denmark. They've won 13 Superliga titles, which is a recent start of the league, and they are also the first Danish team to ever make it to the round of 16 of the Champions League. So they've had success in Europe, but they haven't gone all the way. So we're going to try to take this team and take them to the Champions League title. And I'm going to try to heavily rely on a couple of young guys on the team, and I'm going to try to see if I can load this team up with Danes. Quick note, this is also the first team where the active player is the all-time leading scorer in Damien Doye, so that's a nice note. So let's see how we go. If you like these rebuilds, then just hit the like button. If you have a team you want me to rebuild like Scotty requested, make a request in the comments below, and it's possible I could do them myself. Whew. Now on to the rebuild. So here's the lineup. Let's start out with the club's legends returning in year and Doye. Then you got Sigurdsson's returning in year. The Icelandic legend. The strength is especially in the youth up front, because Fischer's their talented scorer. Jeremy is probably going to be their highest potential player. If you don't recognize his name, he's the one that won the online FIFA tournament that was hosted by Leyton Orient. So looks like Wind is another good prospect for a striker. So a lot of this team's talent's in the back. In the attacking part. So we'll see what we can do. So our first deal as the manager, we've sold Pierre Binkstone to Göztepe. That's a Turkish club, I believe, for 910,000. I don't know Göztepe's connection to the Danish league, but they've signed another one of our players, Nicolaj Thompson, and we got 1.35 million in return. So while I've got a couple goaltenders that can take care of the Danish league right now, I'm going to make an investment in my future and sign from Benfica Milas Villar for $1.4 million. He just turned 20, because I tried to sign him last week when he was 19. So, and he has very good potential. So he has a potential of being either an end-game goalie, or he can grow to a point where he can be worth quite a bit of money to sell off to get to our end-game goalie. So let's welcome the German to the club. So, pretty quiet transfer window for the very first season. I spent $4.5 million on a youth academy scout, in which I'm going to try and get some good Danish players in the youth academy. The scout's 5-star, both judgment and scouting. So I'm going to see what he can find in this first couple of months, and then I'll use the remaining money and go after pieces to fit in at the January 1st transfer window. I was trying to got a few Dane players I'm keeping in mind to try to grow or go after, but we'll see. On to January 1st. Now remember, we are in the Europa League, so we'll have those results January 1st. Okay, as you see, here's a whole bunch of Danish players we're going to sign from the Youth Academy. Yes, there's a ton of them, but worst case scenarios, they will make us a lot of profit. So they're all being signed or will be signed when they turn 16. So looks the best one is Ostergaard, Skoldsgaard, who's a goalkeeper, and Franson and Mortensen. So moving on. So on January 1st, we're leading the Superliga. Haven't lost a game yet this year. We easily won our group stage, going 8 perfect 6-0, but we only scored 9 goals, but we only allowed 3, so that means we won every game by 1. Yeah. Doesn't matter how, it doesn't have to be pretty. But anyways, round of 32, we're facing the Dutch side AZ. So we sold Andreas Bjenlin to Sporting for $4.85 million. So we've sold Rasmus Falk to Galatasaray for $11.8 million. So I wanted to see if I could advance a round or two in the Europa League, so I upgraded the right back position with the Danish right back Daniel Voss, I'm not sure how it would be pronounced, $14 million for Valencia. Welcome to your homeland, Daniel. Bringing another Danish player back home to upgrade the goalkeeping position. For $8 million to Frankfurt, we've brought in Frederick Ronalm. Man, I need to work on my pronunciations. So that'll be it for this transfer window. Let's go to the end of the season and see how we do. So, for next season, we sold Sten Michael Gristboost to Girona for $3.7 million. So we won the Superliga. They do something similar to the Swedish league. They play 2 rounds in the regular season, then they split into an upper half, and then the lower half is split into 2 separate relegation rounds, but that's not something we need to worry about. We only had 4 draws in the season. Way to go. Manchester City defeated Barcelona to win the Champions League. Lazio defeated Leverkusen to win the Europa League. Now here's the stats we're seeing. As you see, there is no Danish Cup in the game, and they don't offer us a chance to play in a preseason tournament, so literally all we have is the league and any European competition. Here's the overall changes for the stats. I may have signed an additional couple of Youth Academy players. I don't remember if I got them on record or not. I do want to do a shout out to Mr. Dame Ndoye, the Senegalese. He's retiring in the season. He's the first time I've had where the all-time leading scorer in a club's history is an active player. So he's a club legend. He's been with them 2 different spells. Good luck with retirement, Mr. Ndoye. So now we're going to go on to season 2, see if we can make a push for group stage of Champions League. Didn't get like the transfer budget at all, but oh well, such is life. So we start the season off with signing Brian Oviedo to Al Ahly for $1 million. We're going to try to sign a few of the Danish players this year due to the fact last year they were all apparently new to their club, so couldn't sign them last year. But I need more money. We've sold the goalkeeper Carl Johan Jonsson to Besiktas for $6.7 million. So we've brought in the Danish center back from Leon, Joachim Andersen, for $21.6 million. Welcome back home, Joachim. So we've sent the striker Michael Santos to Buenos Aires for $9 million. We've sold Guillermo Varela to Tuleris for $3.75 million. So bringing another Danishman home from Bologna, we've signed Andreas Skov Olsen for $15 million. He's a 20-year-old right winger, cam, and striker, so he's going to play striker this team for right now. So I've sold the Greek captain Zika to Norwich for $8.5 million. Hope you do well in the Premier League, Zika. Well, I'm assuming they didn't get sent down. Qualifying rounds against Dundalk for the Champions League. Wayleg, we won 2-0. We sold Nikolai Bolfinson to Young Boys for $3.2 million. And we've upgraded with Rollison's replacement, Christian Pedersen, coming from Birmingham City for $7.6 million. Upgraded 3 overall and got 2 years younger. Welcome to the club, Mr. Pedersen. Welcome back home again. And the wheeling and dealing continues. We sold the Greek Sotirios Papagiannopoulos. Wow, that's a mouthful. To Basel for $2 million. Time for the home leg of the qualifying round with Dundalk. 2-1 win, so we win 4-1 aggregate on to the final playoff round for the Champions League. Unfortunately, out of all the possible teams to draw in this playoff round, Salzburg is definitely the toughest team we would draw. The Austrian club. My fault. Hey, 1-1 tie. I'll take that. And time for the home leg against Salzburg. I'm not sure we can do it, but can we? Oh, 2-0 loss. Yeah, like I said, wasn't sure, but next year. So that's it for this transfer window. We are Europa League group stage. But other than that, we're just going to see where we are January 1st. Running away with the league. This probably should be normal for the rest of this rebuild. This year we had a much tougher Europa League, and as you see, we just barely missed out on making the round of 32, being in the group Arsenal and Ghent. Malmo was bad. That's surprising. So the Danish goalkeeper served his purpose until Svilar got to outgrow him. So we made a profit on him. We sold him to Genk for $12.5 million. Good luck over in Belgium. So bring in more Danes from outside the league. I've brought in Rasmus Christensen from Salzburg for a little under $10 million. Even though he's not quite as high as Voss. Voss is 31. Plus Voss can play many other positions, so this will give Christensen a chance to grow in his homeland. Welcome to the club, Rasmus. So with a surplus of right backs, we've sold Carlo Bartolek to Norwich for $2.5 million. We've now sold the Spaniard Pep Biel for $5 million to Al Hilal. So that'll be it for the transfer window. The money I have left over, I'm going to extend contracts that are up next year. So instead of worrying about contracts next year, I'm going to try and get one or two big players. So anyways, on to the end of the season. So as you see, we ran away with the league, winning it by almost 40 points. Apparently there is a Danish Cup. I don't know why it wasn't in Season 1. But the Sydbank Pokalen was won by Aalborg over Aarhus. We lost in the semis to Aalborg. Too many A's there. Liverpool defeated Barcelona to win the Champions League. Spurs defeated Roma to win the Europa League. As you see, we have a pretty balanced scoring attack. And part of it's because Olsen was injured. And my team's growing really well, especially Mr. Mogensen. He's 17 and already a 73 rated. That's like near Ansu Fati territory. But next year, I think I'm going to try and improve my midfield, since Voss is over 30 and he's slowly declining. But I do want to say farewell to the club legend goalkeeper Stefan Andersen. He's been with the team forever, from what I understand. I don't remember the exact amount of time, but he's retiring at the age of 39. Good luck in your future endeavors. Now we're going to move on to Season 3, where we're hoping for group stage and Champions League and possibly get a lucky draw and make it farther. So I sold Jonas Wind to Benfica for $28.2 million. I mean, Kaufman is a little bit younger striker, and he'll pass Wind, and I believe his potential is a little higher. And then I got Jeremy, who I'm going to put as striker, so I'm bringing some midfielders. So to bring in some extra cash, I needed to sell somebody, and Wind drew the short stick of it. So I'm going to show you the qualifying round one more year. As you see, we won the first leg 2-0 against Poznan, and then we won this one 1-0. So playoff round this year, we get Zagreb, so this should be... That's not what I was expecting. 2-1 loss. We've sold, I believe he's Croatian, Robert Morazilja to Wolfsberger for $750,000. Okay, so went out and upgraded the midfield. We've signed Philip Billing, the Dane from Bournemouth, for $22.4 million. Welcome to the club, Philip. So you remember I sold Johnson last year and Anderson retired. So for the first couple games this year, I've actually only had one goalkeeper on the roster. And if you watch my last rebuild, you'll see I screwed myself by not having actually 3 goalkeepers. So we've signed Daniel Iverson from Ipswich for $3.1 million. Open club. and the Danes coming back home. So here we are for the home leg against Zagreb, and we are down 2-1. So come on, guys. 3-1 win. There we go. We're going to the group stages. This will be the last time I'll cover these early games. So I only had about $22 million, which really wasn't enough money to get a player that could be in my starting lineup. But I did, especially with the fact I've had injuries to my center backs. My backup is a 64 rated player, Jacob Hauer. I went ahead and spent $13 million on the Norwegian Christopher Azier. Got him from Real Sociedad. So, like I said, I'm focusing on bringing in quite a few Danes, and also going to bring in a couple Scandinavian players too. So, welcome to the club, Christopher. So that'll be it for this transfer window. We're going to move on to January 1st, see how we did in our Champions League group, and how we're doing overall. See you then. So far, we're perfect in the league. Unfortunately, we didn't get out of the group. We did get a tough draw with Paris and Bayern Leverkusen. But we did finish third, so we will go to the round of 32 in the Europa League. So, let's see if we do any business this transfer window. Nothing happening in the transfer window. Just going to evaluate at the end of the year what we need for next year. So let's go to the end of the year. Ran away with the Danish League again. And this year we finally pulled off the domestic double, defeating Midtjylland 3-0 in the Citibank Pokal Cup. Manchester City defeated Real Madrid on penalties to win the Champions League. Milan defeated Dortmund to win the Europa League. Boy, Milan loves that Europa Cup in these rebuilds. Here's the stats for the season. As you see, Mr. Olsen banged in 35 goals. And here's the overall stats attributes for the year for all my players. Got most of the starting lineups now creeped up into the 80s. Definitely stronger in the middle, front to back, than we are on the edges. So next year, probably gonna get a fullback that's probably gonna get one try get one top of the line, depending on the finances. So we're on to the next season. Real quick, Daniel Voss, who we acquired a couple of years ago, he's retiring at the end of this season too. So enjoy retirement, Daniel. Slowly but surely we're getting a little bit more money each year in the transfer budget. Not sure what to do yet, but we'll see. So to start off this fourth season, we just sold Jens Stage to PSV for $36.9 million. Good luck over in the Netherlands. So we sold Victor Fischer to Ajax for $37.9 million. Thanks for your services, Fischer. So we've gone out and replaced Mr. Fischer with the Norwegian Sander Berge. Got him from Sheffield United for $43 million. Welcome to the club, Sander. So bringing in a little international flavor outside the Scandinavian countries, we've gone out and signed the left back Jose Gaia from Milan for $54 million and some change. I've never signed him before, so want to bring somebody different. So welcome to the club, Mr. Gaia. So that's all the business for this transfer window. A couple of players that were here at the beginning of this rebuild are out, but brought in a couple of guys that could be on the end team. Hope so, but you never know with these. So let's go to January 1st, see how we're doing. Good news is we're rolling along in the Danish League. Bad news is I still haven't learned my lesson from previous rebuilds. I thought I had two goalkeepers. Iverson's certainly good enough with this team to get through the Danish League, but Svalar got injured for 2 months. So my Iverson, who's 73 rated, had to play 4 of the 6 Europa League games. Not good, and it also didn't help that for 2 of those games I was also missing Nielsen, the top flight center back we have. So learn from me, people. keep 3 goalkeepers on your roster. See previous rebuild with Middlesbrough. And have your second goalkeeper good enough to where they can help you get through group stage Champions League, which means 77 to 80 if your team's strong enough. Lesson learned, hopefully. We're going to the Europa League, and in the Europa League we're playing Man U in the round of 32, so it looks like we're going to be stagnant possibly. So, and by the way, I have $0 in the bank, literally. So unless I sell somebody, we're just going to go straight to the end of the season. So see you there unless something's different. And we won the league again with a perfect 36-0 record on the season. Repeat last year's final, we won the Sinbank Pokelin 2-0. Liverpool defeated Real Madrid 2-0 to win the Champions League. Leipzig took the Europa Cup over Arsenal 2-1. And we lost in the round 32 fixture with Man U. So here's the stats with Olsen and Daramy leading the way. And here's the overalls. As you see, our Victor Nilsson, a stalwart of this team from the beginning, is up to an 88, Gaia 87. So now we got the team slowly making its way into the mid-80s. Next year I do want to upgrade at the right back position as not Pedersen, Christensen. Is at 80, so really need somebody a little stronger. I am going to get a second goalie. As much as Iverson's is quality for a third goalie, I need somebody in between Villar and Iverson, and I may need to start thinking about upgrading the goalkeeper to one of the elites, since Villar seems to be stalling out, only going up 1 or 2 each year to an 83. So that's normally not enough unless you have an overpowered team. So we'll see. We're going to go on to season 5, is it? And this time we are going to make it to the knockout round of the Champions League. We need to. I also want to point out about the lovely Youth Academy. Another fault this game has is they don't change up the names that much. As you see, I've got this, and I only did the Youth Academy that 1 year. I've got Alexander Ostergaard, Mikhail Ostergaard, Eric Ostergaard, and Gustav Ostergaard, or Ostgaard. Actually, it's Ostgaard. My fault. So yeah, that should be fun in a team roll call. So anyways, on to the next season. So we've gone out and made that improvement right back to start the season. We've signed Reece James for $51.9 million from Atletico Madrid. Welcome to the club, Reece. So we sold Jacob Haar to Alanspor for $820,000. Wasn't expecting to, but I got a really good offer from Sporting. Finally, I got them up it to $100 million for Jose Gaia. I also did this. I did some research, and I think I can improve a little bit at left back and have leftover money to do other things. So we sold one Spaniard left back and bought another. For same rating on a year younger, we got an extra $30 million in exchange, buying Alejandro Grimaldo from Manchester City for $66.2 million. Welcome to the club, Alejandro. So that's all for this transfer window. Let's see if we can get over this plateau we have and make it to knockout stage action of the Champions League. So leading the league again like usual. Now this is getting frustrating. Third once again behind Inter Milan and Spurs. At least we get a decent draw in the Europa League playing Genk in the round of 30. So I've decided to shake things up since I got a good offer from Sporting. I like know where Sporting's getting all this money since they shelled out all that money for Gaia, but they bought Sander Berge for $92.1 million. So, did another countryman swap. We had sold Berge and we Bought Martin Odegaard from Man U for $82.2 million. Same age as Burge, but 2 points higher. Plus, I think more important is he has some better offensive style attacking stats, which is something this team, if there's a weakness, is this team struggles to score goals at times. So that will help. Welcome card, Martin. Ran away with the Danish League, but we did not pull off the double as Midtjylland defeated Nordsjælland 2-1. Where did we lose? We lost on penalties to Horsens in the quarterfinal. Oh, that was not good. Real Madrid defeated Inter Milan to win the Champions League. If you recall right, Inter Milan was in our group, so I guess that's some consolation. Man U defeated Torino on penalties to win the Europa League, and Man U defeated us in the semis of the Europa, so we've made some progress this year. We're starting the season off by selling striker Mikhail Kaufmann to Ajax for $92.5 million. Young striker, he's not quite growing as quick as the rest of the team, and many of my members are getting around that late 20s age, so I can't wait too many more years. So I'm going to make the deal and see if I can find a big time. So I told you I was going for a big improvement up front, and here we go, guys. We've signed the Scandinavian from Norway, Erling Haaland, for $125 million. This is going to be a difference maker. Welcome to the club, Mr. Haaland. I've made a decision to go ahead and sell Christian Pedersen to Sporting CP for $13 million. So I've decided I've had enough having 4 Østgaards on my teams. I've sold the right midfielder Gustav Østgaard to Stade Brestos for $9.6 million. So that'll be it for this transfer window. We're going to advance January 1st, see how we do in our Champions League group and the league. See you then, guys. Perfect so far in the Danish League. Once again, we finished third in our group, and this wasn't as tough of a group as previous years with Roma, Leverkusen, Young Boys. We got absolutely hurt by the draw with Young Boys. If we don't draw a game against them, which was their only point, we move on ahead of Leverkusen. Oh, this is frustrating. There will be changes made. This isn't good enough. This team should be doing better. So here's the shakeup. I've sold the Belgian Miles Villar to Crystal Palace for $50 million and some change. His growth has slowed the last couple of years and just not going to do it. So we've went out and got Villar's replacement. We've signed the Brazilian Alisson from Liverpool for $82.5 million. Obviously, this is a move to get it done next year since he is 32 years old at this time. So, welcome to the club, Alisson. We've sold the Danish central midfielder Philip Billing to Sporting for $75.7 million. Man, Sporting, where are you coming up with this money? So we went out and signed the cam/right midfielder, the young, exciting player. Well, now he's 25 in this game, but we signed Nicolo Zaniolo from Hertha BSC for $72.8 million. Welcome to the club, Nicolo. That's it for this transfer window. As you see, Christopher Ager is on the players out because he signed a pre-contract at Lazio, because since he wasn't getting enough playing time, in his opinion, I couldn't sell him because he requested a loan. Nobody wanted to loan him. So it is what it is. But anyways, I told you we were going to make changes, and changes were made. Let's see how we do the rest of the season. Maybe we can pull a Europa League title out of this mess. We've won another league title, only given up 3 draws in the year. We defeated Brøndby to take back Sinbank Pokelin. In all Spanish League final, Real Madrid defeated Barcelona. Look at that. I finally won my first Europa League doing these rebuilds. We defeated Newcastle, another new team, to the finals of these rebuilds. I finally got a Europa League trophy. I guess it still doesn't make up for the disappointment in the Champions League, but a trophy's a trophy. Dorami has knocked in 35 goals, one ahead of Olsen to have the club lead. And here's the overall stats. Slowly getting everybody creeping up to the 90s, but so not quite as strong as some of the teams I've had at this point previous years, but this team still shouldn't be losing in the group stages. So good news is we don't have to do any qualifying rounds for the Champions League since we won the Europa. Let's go on to the next season and see if we can finally take this Champions League down. So I've decided I need to upgrade my backup goalkeeper, so I've sold Daniel Iverson to Malmo for $6.6 million. And I have upgraded by signing I believe he's Polish, Bartholomew Dragowski from Borussia Gladbach. Signed him for $24 million. So since I couldn't get the right price for an impact player, I couldn't sell off the players I was willing to sell off to make the big move, because the board didn't give me that much money. I'm signed a couple players to help improve our depth, since all my depth are youth academy players that are still in the 70s. So we've signed Dane Pierre-Emile Højbjerg from Athletic Club for $35 million. And then we've signed center back from Chelsea, 27-year-old Nikola Milenkovic for $35.3 million. Welcome to the club, gentlemen. So that'll be it for the transfer window. Here's a quick look at our groups stage. We have Chelsea, Ajax, and Spartak Moscow in our group. So we're going to go January 1st, see if we can actually make it to the knockout stages finally. Look at that, only one goal given up in the Copenhagen in the Danish league. That's including where a month and a half I used Dragowski because Allison was hurt. And look at that, we finally made a knockout stage in the Champions League. We took our group ahead of Ajax and Chelsea. And next round we're playing Borussia Dortmund. So, unless I'm able to sell one of the players I have on the transfer list to bring in other players, we're just going to go straight to the round of 16 fixtures since we don't have any money. So Porto's paid Grimaldo's release clause of $64.5 million, and considering his worth's going down because he's 29 or 30 at this point, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I need to find a comparable replacement for him. So we have signed the Moroccan Achraf Hakimi for $55 million from PSG. He's able to play left back, and right mid, so he's going to go left back. And the good news is he was 2 years younger than Grimaldo, so he might be able to grow another spot or two. He's certainly not going to decline for another year or two. So welcome to the club, Mr. Hakimi. So as that was the last of our business that window, the Grimaldo and Hakimi basically switching. We're going to do the first leg of the round of 16 against Dortmund. We're on the road. We have a healthy squad, so let's see what we can do. 3-1 win. What is Dragowski doing in for Allison? Well, I'll take the win, but why? So here we are for the home leg of the fixture. I didn't notice the last time, but I forgot Anderson's out for 2 months with an injury in center back, so good thing I went out and got Milenkovic. We have comfortable 3-1 lead, so barring any miracles from Dortmund, nope. 5-2 aggregate. On to the quarterfinals. So in our quarterfinals, we drew Barcelona. We're right now doing the away leg. Now Anderson just got back from injury, so we do have a full lineup. Let's see what we can do. 1-1 draw, that's hopeful. Dorami scored for us and Greenwood scored for them. Man, look at that lineup they have. Jiminy cricket. So it's time for the home leg of the fixture. Unfortunately, Nielsen has too many yellow cards, so Milenkovic is coming in to play for Nielsen. So again, it's 1-1, and the result says, oh, Greenwood scored from the 64th minute. Milenkovic got a red card in the 3rd minute. Oh, so we only gave 1 goal with going 10 men on 87 minutes. Oh, that's disappointing. But we got to the knockout stage this year. Hopefully we'll improve on it for next year. Status quo here. Another Sidbank Polkalin for us over Hobro. Another Spanish affair in the Champions League final, this time Atletico Madrid outlasting Barcelona penalties. Newcastle avenged losing the previous year by winning the Europa League this year over Milan. And we lost the Super Cup at the beginning of the year to Real Madrid. Here's a look at the stats. I got pretty much the whole lineup in the 90s or 89. Look at that. The Danish player and the original member of this club, Nielsen, is at 96. Another Danish player we brought in, Anderson's at 94. He is at age 30, but that should still be good enough for another year. The Rami's at 92. We are doing well, but we just need that little extra get over the top, whether it's more bench help or maybe even another big name player with a big trade. So I'm going to quickly show you the stats. I forgot to record it for the 2 seasons ago, or last season, I can't remember now. It's been a day or 2 since I played this. The Rami is dominant, so we're going to go on to season number, what will be 7, maybe 8, 7 I think. And we're going to see what we can do to take home that trophy. This is starting to get annoying. The farther I advance in the Champions League or Europa League, the less money I'm given. Okay, whatever. So to start off this 8th season, we have sold Allison to Ajax for $7.5 million, which, considering he's 33 years old, I'll take it. I got him with the plan I had to win within a year or 2, and unfortunately didn't do it, so time to get myself a new number 1. Okay, we've got our replacement. The one and only Gianluigi Donnarumma. We got him from Milan for $101 million. That's going to be the difference maker in the goal. So I've got a good offer, and I took it from West Ham for $161 million from Nicolo Zaniolo. So I've got an idea who I want to replace him. Yep, I went out and got the man I had in mind. We have signed Frankie de Jong from Barcelona for $129 million. Welcome to the club, Frankie. So I need another center back on the bench to provide me with depth, and I want to bring another Danish player to the team, so I brought in Andreas Christensen from Spurs for $49 million. Welcome to the club, Mr. Christensen. So, we were only involved with $500 million worth of transactions. So let's go to January 1st and see where we're sitting at that moment. Nothing to add here. We won our group over Lazio, Monaco, and Porto. Not a hard group, but not easy. All those teams are fairly solid teams that can trouble you on a normal day. Round of 16, we faced Club Brugge, so we got a pretty good draw. Now, I'm not going to be able to do anything for this transfer window, so we're going to go straight to the round of 16. So here we are for the away leg of the round of 16 against Club Brugge. Anderson's out the card, and Milenkovic was in, and we won 4-1. So home leg against Club Brugge, fully healthy lineup. It should be a formality, and it is. So even though I like this team, and I expected to win the whole thing, we got a tough draw of quarterfinals with Manchester City. Doing the away leg first. Everybody's healthy. We're good to go. 2-0 win. So it's time for the home leg against Man City. The Youth Academy Project Mogensen is out with yellow cards, but we should be good. I would classify that as good. So the semifinals we get Real Madrid. It's just no fun. but everybody's healthy. We're good to go. So the away leg against Real Madrid. Oh, that wasn't expected. Didn't necessarily think we'd win the game, but 2-0 and nothing, no substitutions for my team. Here we are for the home leg against Real Madrid. We need a big comeback. We got it. No, we did not. 3-3 and they got the away goal. Oh no. 0 losses in the league and only give up 2 goals the whole season. Another domestic double. In reality, they didn't win the Champions League. They lost to Borussia Dortmund. Jimmy. And Milan won the derby against Inter Milan. So apparently it's a thing to lose the Europa League and win the next year. It is absolutely unbelievable we lost this squad. Everybody is 92 and above except for Hakimi. By the left back position, I'm not sure there's anybody at 90. Nelson's up to 98. It's just hard to get much better than this. But we're going to have to, apparently, or come up with some other plan for season number 9 or 8. Holland with 46 goals, and now once we're done with the stats, next season. So, only way I'm going to improve the starting lineup is if I make a huge deal for Mbappe or Sancho, somebody like that, and spend $200 million. So I'm going to work on backups. And I've got myself a 90 rated player for the time being on the bench in Milan Skriniar. The Slovakian 32-year-old is coming over from Real Madrid for $64 million. So Mogensen got hurt and he's out for 4 months, so I'm going to sell Nikola Milinkovic to Arsenal for $58.7 million since I got Skriniar in the squad. Like I had an extra center back and I want to acquire somebody to replace Mogensen for that time. And I have found that quality replacement. I have signed Bukayo Saka from Watford for $83 million. Not only will he replace Mogensen, but he's versatile to play anywhere on the left side, including left back. So welcome club, Mr. Saka. So that's it for this transfer window. Let's go January 1st and see where. Just wanted to show you this just in case he happens to go down at the end of the year, which I don't expect. Nelson's up to 99 rated. Or Nielsen, actually. Not surprised we had a draw, but other than that, same old, same old. Won the group stage easily, and I expected a perfect record. Round 16, we faced PSG, so we're going to go straight to round 16 since I have no money to do any transfers this go around. And honestly, with this team, why do I need more transfers? So here we are for the away leg of the round 16 against PSG. We're going to just get into it. 2-0 win, both goals scored by Dorami. So here we are for the home leg of the round of 16 match at PSG. We're up 2-0. 5-1. Hakimi with a red card, so he's going to be out the next game in the quarterfinals. We drew Atletico Madrid in the quarterfinals, so we have Saka in for Hakimi, I'm sure. Yep. Home leg against Atletico Madrid. And more likely they'll probably have all black still, so this could be tough. They do have all black, but we still won 2-1 goals by Holland and Olsen. That's the way to do it. So here we are for the away leg. We are down 2-1. Correction, we're up 2-1. Let's get going. 3-0 win on the road. Goals by Dorami, Holland, and Olsen. That's the way to make it to the semifinals with a statement. So in the semifinals, we drew Lyon. Not bad. Holland does have missed due to yellow cards, so effectively Saka is going to be the 11th guy in the lineup. So here we are on the road against Lyon. 4-0 win. Oh, couldn't have gone better except for there's an injury from Nilsson. So it's now the home leg for the matchup against Lyon. Nielsen was only out for a couple of days, so we should be good. 7-1 aggregate win in the semis. We're off to the finals. So we've got Manchester City in the finals of the Champions League. They defeated their rivals Man U, so apparently it was a really bad year of Spanish clubs. Yeah, Man U beat Barcelona. Real Madrid lost to Man U, so Man U was the Spanish killer. Thank you, Reds. So anyways, we're going to go to the final matchup. We are fully healthy and we should be good to go. Here we are, the big game, the big moment. Can we bring home the first ever Champions League trophy to the Scandinavian countries? Well, outside of any rebuilds I've done. So can Copenhagen do it? Here we go. Final score will be 2-1. We did it. Scores by Holland and the original member of this team, Durrami. Look at that. And there you have it. The trophy in our possession. And we destroyed the league like usual. Much closer race than the Sidbank Pokémon Cup, but we did beat Midtjylland 2-0. Wow, used to Liverpool winning trophies in these rebuilds, but not the Europa Cup. They beat Cologne, or Cologne as we would pronounce it here in the U.S. 2-1, so two different teams in Europa. And here's a look at the squad that won us the championship. We got Scandinavians, Olsen and Holland. We got Danish players in the Youth Academy, Mogensen, Odegaard. Durrami is an original member of this team, along with Mr. Nielsen, who's at 99. We got Danish player Joachim Andersen, Christensen, Youth Academy products, and Vestergaard, our double Ostgaards, triple, my fault, Skovgaard and Moltensen and Clausen. They're all from Denmark. So we kept a Danish theme through this as much as we could, and especially heavy on Scandinavians. Let's take a quick look at the stats for the season before we go on to our bonus season to try and repeat as Champions League champions. Look at that. Holland bagged 51 goals on the season, 55 games. He bagged 15 goals in the Champions League in 16 appearances. So what a season. So anyways, we're going to go to what would be the 10th season and try and repeat Champions League. This is that bonus season I always do at the end because I believe you should have the opportunity to repeat. So let's go on to season 10, see if we can. So my moves were heavily concentrated on Danish league or Danish. Current player in the Danish league we signed was Mr. Fossum from St. Etienne for 10 million. We brought in the Danish striker Dolberg to be a backup from Real Madrid. Michael Damsgaard we brought in from Inter Milan. Then for a third string goalie we brought in another Dane, Mr. Busk from Union Berlin. Then we did bring in Jacob Brun Larsen from Chelsea to be backup center midfielder. So as you saw, I want to get as many Danes, try to get as many Danes and Champions League titles possible. We did lose one player on a free transfer, Mr. Skovgaard, a Youth Academy product. So we were perfect in the Super League this year. We won the Sidbank Pokémon easily over Silkeborg. At the beginning of the year, we defeated Liverpool to win the UEFA Super Cup. In all Premier League final, Europa League winners were Chelsea over Watford. There you have it, back-to-back winners. We won 4-1 over Dortmund. In fact, we dominated. We defeated Leverkusen 6-0 in the semifinals, while Dortmund defeated Man City. We defeated Lazio 4-1 in the quarters, and look at that, Dortmund defeated Man U. So, wow, this is one of the first rebuilds where the Spanish teams aren't all over the place in the final couple of years. But anyways, here's a look at stats on the season. As you see, we had 6 players scoring double digits. Mr. Holland missed about 3 months due to injuries. Here's a final look at the attributes. As you see, the 2 guys have been with us since the beginning of this rebuild. are both 998, Mr. Dorami and Nielsen, and then the Youth Academy products 96. Here's a quick look at the rest of the attributes. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure exactly where my next rebuild is going to go. I'm also thinking about quickly doing it, showing you how I do one of these rebuilds. Not 100% sure because FIFA 21 had just announced some new features, which they're saying similar to Football Manager, and it does look a little different. So, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you got a team like me rebuild, I'm thinking of continuously doing the FIFA 20 rebuilds at least till the end of August, since the new game is supposed to be out in September, I believe it is. Not 100% sure, but hey, you're welcome to comment. Thanks for watching again. Have a good day.